Hello, I am PTO600, and we have a tier list of, I think, what might be every truck in SnowRunner. I did not make this. This was just on Tiermaker, which is what we are using. So, AAC, not applicable. I've not used this truck. ANK, solid. D tier, good starter truck, but not once you get beyond mid game, you're not going to go very far. Same with the ANK, normal one. So the next one is the Encatra, which C tier, considering it's the worst of the tractors, at least off-road wise. And we have the Aramatsu, and this is a S tier. This is one of, I'd say, the best medium logger or short logger, depending on what you do. Azov Antarctic, I'm going to give it D tier. Because yeah, it's pretty tippy for what it is. I think that one's kind of obvious. This one I'm going to have C tier. It's fuel hungry, but other than that, it'll go take you most places. This I'm going to put up at S tier. It's really strong. Non-applicable, also S tier, as other than the nose problems, it's unstoppable. The board I'm going to put at B. It's pretty good for what it is, but it is pretty fuel hungry and limited. The Burlak, actually, I'm also going to give a B, because this thing gets so heavily hated on, it's insane. Get 745, great recovery truck, which is about all I use it for. Not very useful. Sure, I'll give it an A tier, considering it's a really good low saddle crane truck. And the CT681 is also going to be here for the same purposes. That is an F tier. It is completely useless, non-applicable. I'm going to give this one a B tier, since it is overshadowed by other scouts, but is still really strong, along with the Kodiak, because it's strong, but not pushing A and S class. DN, honestly, I'll put it at A just because it's not very versatile. I'm also going to demote this because it's really hydrophobic. I'm going to give this a D tier because some people have made good use of it. I, however, cannot. I'm going to give this also D tier because it's also not very good. The Dairy Special, however, I'm going to give it a B tier. All I've used it for is a water carrier, which it does pretty good at. The Don, F tier, it's not very good. Non-applicable, non-applicable. Solid D tier for me, because very tipsy. I'm not very good at using it. Fleet Star is going to go with the Kodiak, because
they're a good starter.
F tier. This thing is not going to get you anywhere off-road. The Ford F-750 is an S tier truck. This thing is amazing. Get the big roof racks on it and all that, and you'll go anywhere. Freightliner 114 SD, A tier. I slept on this truck for a long time, but it's really good. This one, however, F tier. Not what I'm looking for. The Futon, not applicable. Oh yeah, and also where's the Encatra? You get moved down to not applicable also. Nice. Brigadier, GMC, I'm gonna put C tier. Give the Azov 6 or Azov 5 a buddy, mostly because you need a DLC to make this truck be worth anything at all. Gorby, F tier. It's basically just an even worse Don 71. Hummer, A tier. This truck is a step
It's
above.
better than the Kodiak?
Out of here. Thank you. This truck is basically just an upgraded version of the CK. HX, C tier, way too expensive for what it is. Lodestar, A tier, really great scout. Paystar 5070, B tier, kind of fuel hungry. Same reason the other Paystar is getting put there. Transstar, F tier. F tier. You're never gonna find a use for that. Jeep, CJ7, also F tier. This one, however, is getting B tier because me personally, I found it to be pretty much just a CK 1500, to be quite frank. Kenworth 963 is getting A tier, mostly because it struggles on hills. Not applicable, not applicable, not applicable. Sentinel, A tier. It is also just an upgraded version of the CK. The Marshall is getting C tier because 11-gallon fuel tank. Loaf is getting F tier because it's not good at all. Curvitz K700, solid D tier. The switch from always on diff to switchable hurt it a lot. And that's getting F for the same reasons, but it got nerfed even harder. This thing is going at D tier because it's kind of more fuel hungry than other tractors. And also not as powerful as them either. And this thing is also going to be a D tier because they're pretty close, I'd say. The Bandit is getting B tier because it's strong yet tippy. Land Rovers, not applicable. Mac Defense, B tier. I don't use that truck all that much anymore, but it's still pretty strong. These guys are all non-applicable. Did I just put those in F tier? Oops. Not applicable. Not F tier. There we go. That's not the AEC. That is the Rock Grinder, I think. Yeah, the Rock Grinder. I've not used this vehicle, even if I have the year 3 pass, so not applicable. Navistar, same deal. Neo Falcon. Alright.
Mom, what's range?
Pacific P12.
Oh, wait.
A tier. B tier. This truck is really strong unless you're going up a hill. And, its brother is going in the same class because it's a really good tractor. P512. I am sure you can see where this is going. The D tier. Because it's 3.5 and mud tires help it a lot. The Plaid, not applicable. Both Ravanzis, not applicable. BM17, solid D tier. Because it's tippy and not the best. Oopsies. Not the best on fuel. Alright. Scout 800. Solid B tier. It's kind of tippy. So that's why it's not an A tier. In fact, C tier. Slider, not applicable. Step 310E. A tier. It is basically the Russian Freightliner 114SD, to my understanding. Like, they're pretty close, if I'm correct. Pike. B tier. I hardly use this truck, but when I do, it's really good. Alright. Tatra 805 as an off-road would be F tier. But if you're counting it like a scout like I am, probably C tier. Tetras, all Tetras, I'm going to give solid C tiers to, since they're strong, but not going to blow your mind strong. Tega, S tier. I don't know why some people are saying this thing's overrated. Quit using the TMHS tires and instead use the OHD one. Tega B, A tier, pretty close to this, but doesn't have OHD one. Warthog, D tier, not, because I prefer the Action over it, which is going C tier. And then, also D tier, because it's meh. And S tier, because it's going to kill any other vehicle or any other scout you try to throw at it. And all Vorons make it to A tier because they're all really strong, and none of them get the credit that they need to. Where did Squeaky D go? There it is. Alright, Western Stars. This one's getting B tier. This one's getting C tier. This one's getting non-applicable. This one's getting D. These two. The Twin Steer and the White Western are both getting A tier because they're really good. Even if this one does require a DLC to really shine, it's still gonna go really well. Yar, A tier. Beaten only by the Tatran. Zix, I'm gonna give it a C tier just because some people have made good use out of it. The Zix, I'm gonna give A tier or S tier because it's really good. This thing I'm gonna give D tier because it's not very good, and this one is getting F tier. The Mastodon gets F tier. This is me being completely serious. This right here will take all the fun out of your game. I refuse to use it. Well, I hope well, tell me what I did wrong. Because I'm sure I did. But I guess I'll see you next time.